If you're new here, my name's Sandy. I do crafts and then I talk about them to the internet. If you're joining me again, thanks so much. Let's talk about crafts. First off, a little bit of housekeeping though. I have a budgie. His name is Cooper Petey. There's a huge wasp at my window. He sings, "I hope it brings you as much joy as it brings me." As of a dog, his name is Baxter. He's currently napping, but if he gets up and you hear a little tap 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 us on the floor, that's why. So I have been doing quite a bit. The first is these. These are the Shadow Box socks by Curious Handmade, sort of. She releases these, so Curious Handmade does this thing called the the Handmade Sock Society. She does it every year. I've bought the last ones, but this year I'm actually doing them on time. So basically buy the booklet and then every month you get a new sock pattern for like 5 or 6 months, I think. I'm not entirely sure how much, but this was the first one for this year. Now, her pattern had the pearls, like everywhere you see stockinette was a reverse stockinette. And I liked it, don't get me wrong. I loved the idea of this yarn. I got this, it's from Fibre Art Studios on Granville Island in Vancouver. Okay, this is gonna be a total side note, but whatever, that's what you're here for. I used to go to Granville Island all the time. I used to work at Granville Island. How did I not know there was a yarn shop there? I got this last time I was there, and literally, like, it's been there. It's in the net loft, but it's outside the net loft. So at first I thought maybe it wasn't open when I lived here, but it opened in 1979. And then I thought, okay, why have I not found this? And then I realized it's because in the net loft, it's on like the outside, but the inside there's a bead shop. I always go there. Then I swing to the wine shop to see if they're giving out samples or if they have an event on, or to pick up wine because everything at Granville Island closes early. So I always made sure to get something. They have really good wine there. And then I would walk to like the theater or the distillery that's that way, and then I'd walk around to the brewery and the improv. The brewery and the improv, by the way, if you're in Vancouver, it's one of like the best nights out you can get. It's so fun, and it ends pretty early, so you can still like go to Granville or do something else. But how did I not know this? I mean, thank God I would have spent so much money. Look at this yarn, it's stunning. So yeah, this is I think 75-25 superwash merino and nylon. And it's hand dyed there. It's absolutely stunning yarn. And as I was making it with, well, I can sort of show you what it's supposed to look like. So it's supposed to look more like that, which I love, and I have yarn that I'm like, oh, this would look so much better with that. So I do want to make them right, but I looked inside out and I was just like, man, I love that. So I think the stockinette really shows off this yarn absolutely beautifully. I love this. I think it's such a good sock. I mean, yeah, like I didn't expect this yarn to be so self-stripy. I thought it would be more variegated, but I love the way it turned out, and these are so cute. And yeah, like this Handmade Sock Society, her patterns are made to be kind of like super relaxing, like easy to memorize, easy to knit, and just a good time. And they're all beautiful. I love these. So very excited about these, and they're finished. How often do we get to start? Is one longer than the other? I don't know. But yeah, how often do we get to start with finished things? Yeah. So, usually I save my acquisitions till the end, but in terms of sock knitting, I kind of need to break tradition and talk about these guys. So these are Mira Isan Studios. So she is a new yarn dyer. It even says there, established 2023. So she's brand new. I did not mean for today to turn into Sandra's little travel vlog, but here we are. So I live in an area of Dublin called the Liberties, think kind of the Guinness area, but like a little more far-reaching, and they have this thing that's been happening for a couple months now. It's called the Libertine Market. So this is, I don't know if somebody just reached in my soul and found everything I like to do, but it's literally a craft fair spread out across 4 to 5 pubs, and you just sit and like go to the pub, drink, and buy crafts. It's incredible. And I can bring my dog. Like, it's just magical. It is truly magical. So luckily this one, it's the first Sunday of every month, and it fell the day before my birthday. And there was a yarn dyer there. How could I not? So I liked this one. This is her high twist sock. I saved the labels like a grown-up. It's 100 grams. It's 85% superwash merino, 50% nylon, and it's Asphodel is the colorway. And then I couldn't decide whether I liked the orange or the yellow better with it. So a part of it was that I was excited. Part of it was that Dudley's has like the best Irish coffee in all of Dublin, and I will fight people on that. It is the best. And they also have a banging craft beer selection. It was the day before my birthday, and I mean, why not be adventurous this year? So I was debating which mini, and I got both. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be really wild, guys. Getting wild in my old age. I'm gonna do the heels and toes heels and cuffs in one color, and then the toes and cuffs in one color, and the heels in the other. I haven't even started drinking today. Like, what is going on? Thinking about that Irish coffee. Ooh, maybe I should get one. But yeah, so I couldn't decide what to start with, so I put a poll up on Instagram, and yellow heels ones. That means orange toes and cuffs. So this is what it's knitting up like. I figured I wanted to do one in a very kind of vanilla sock way. Partly because I want to see what this yarn can really do. Like, I want to see what it looks like, especially when you have a new dyer. Like, isn't that gorgeous? That's the other side. Like, it's so pretty. And also because I wanted to learn something new, and you may have twigged it already, this is a toe-up sock. I've never made a toe-up. I've tried, but I always get stuck at Judy's Magic Cast-On. I've never been able to do it, but look at that. Judy, I don't know who you are, but I'm not mad at you anymore. So I decided to, try the new toe-up. And I figured, let's do it. It's time. So I found a Craftsy class called My First Toe Up Socks, and she has the pattern for both a worsted weight and the fingering weight one. The class is pretty good so far. I mean, obviously I have successfully done this, but I think she tailors it a little more towards total beginners, or like people who are literally making their first sock, not just their first toe up sock. So yeah, if you're thinking about it, that's the only kind of thing, is that it can get a little, for me, a bit slow. But I mean, I don't mind it. Again, you can't argue with these results. Look how good that looks. And look at that orange. Like, it is insane. This is one of the reasons I love socks, because like, I wouldn't wear anything like either of these just in like a garment, or even like a shawl or a scarf, but socks are just for me. Like, I can be as wild and crazy as I want on my socks, and I can also freely make mistakes on socks and not freak out about them, because if somebody's looking that close at my feet, we need to be having a different conversation. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that's this. I'm really enjoying this class, and look at it. It looks so good. Look at that yarn. I'm so happy. Like, And I'm hoping I can get 2 pairs of shorties out of this, especially since I'm doing heels, toes, and cuffs in different ones. So hopefully I can make kind of like separated ones, like this, yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping for that, and I don't know if I'm going to do another pair of toe-ups after this. I think I might try to find a pattern and give them some texture, but man, like, even just looking at it in the viewfinder, I'm so excited. Like, where's the camera? Ah, so fun. Oh, I love these. I'm getting so much serotonin from these colors. Yeah, so that's my socks. And one of my acquisitions. I mean, I had to. It was my birthday, and I know I'm not supposed to be buying new stuff, but whatever. My other knitting project is my Tandis Fibre Arts cardigan. There is nothing really, to report on this. It's just gotten a little bit longer. I'm making this. It's the Tandis Fibre Arts cardigan, Ombre cardigan. I have been using held together. This is the now discontinued Debbie Rialto, or Debbie Bliss Rialto lace weight 100% merino. But like I said, it's discontinued. I'm going to dye it. I'm not going to keep it this color because I just don't think I'll wear it if it's this color. Partly because I don't think it looks amazing on me. And also partly because I would never wear it because I'd be too scared to spill anything on it. You know what I mean? I'm not good with stuff that needs to be precious and hand washed. Like I don't mind hand washing, but if I need to be like super precious with it, it's just going to stress me out. But so far, it's looking good. I need to try it on. And it's just literally back and forth stockinette, which is kind of nice. As for crochet, where is it? Okay, I am disorganized. So as for crochet, I have one I still need to weave in the ends, but we're just gonna call this finished. So this is called the Man's or Scarf from Men by, I think it's Golden Lucy Crafts. She has the free version of the pattern with ads on her blog, and then the paid version without ads is on Ravelry, so I'll link that down below. This is a good scarf. I made it in the Knit Crate. It's a Knit Crate yarn, it's discontinued. It's Dean wools, I believe. It's wool, silk, and alpaca. It's really nice. I crocheted Adam a hat for this when I was first learning how to crochet, or in this when I was learning how to crochet with Knit Crate's like learn to crochet thing during lockdown. If you're not knowing what I'm talking about, Knit Crate was a company. They were kind of I think they actually were the first yarn subscription box company, and they recently shut down, kind of just in the middle of the night, basically. Like they gave a couple weeks, but it was very shocking. And yeah, so I did the crochet class, and then I had 2 skeins from the kit that I kind of hid because I figured, okay, one day I'll make him a matching scarf. Well, that was this day. This was his birthday present, and he loved it. So yeah, so it's Scarf for Men. Now, I do think her meterages might be off because there's supposed to be a section of like 3 single crochets in the middle, or 3 rows of single crochet in the middle, but there's supposed to be 26 rows. I finished a skein and had like 9 rows, so I knew there was no way I was going to make it. So what I did is instead I just kept the pattern repeat, and I did 2 rows of half double crochets on each end. So yeah, I think it looks really good. Adam cannot wait to try it on, and yeah, it's going to be nice and warm for our Lithuanian winter. Hopefully it'll be warm. No, hopefully the winter will be cold and the scarf will be warm. You know what I mean. Yeah, so that is my finished crochet project. We're not going to talk about weaving in ends because we're not annoying like that. And then I was watching Kristen Lahare's channel. She's Will and Vine Yarns. She's really good. She does the same kind of chatty thing, but she's a lot more professional than I am. But who isn't? And she's been doing this fruit garden crochet blanket. And I was in a weird Edwardian mood, as sometimes you are. And if you've been with me for a while, you can see this yarn and you're probably just like, oh no. I had this yarn. It's a cotton yarn. It's Schachenmyr Catania. It's 100% cotton. It's a sport weight. I don't know why I bought this yarn. I don't remember what I bought it for. I bought it before Brexit. I think I just started buying stuff randomly before Brexit in like a panic. I think I absolutely did. Because I live in Ireland now, and it used to be that like the EU, everything could come in for free. I didn't have to pay tax. But now everything over €30 you have to pay tax on from the UK. So, and it's like 30% tax. It's not cheap. I'm like, oh, well, this isn't why I moved out of Canada, to pay import tax on everything I buy. But yeah, which, I mean, it's fair. I get it. Like, I understand why I have to do it, but it's just, no. So I went nuts. And I bought this based on this like color scheme I found on Pinterest. And yeah, so I saw her making this blanket, and I looked at the blanket, and I needed DK yarn, but this was sport. And so I figure, okay, maybe if I drop in hook size, but I didn't have the hook size, so I'm like, maybe my Tunisian crochet set does, and it did. So I've been making this on a Tunisian crochet. Again, I was in a mood, but I'm happy I did, because look how cute that is. And so I finished the middle of another one. I don't know what the plan is for this. My friend exasperatingly gasped, Sandy, do you ever just follow a pattern? Sometimes. yeah, so I don't know. I think what I might do is, as you can see, I'm not making all the like of each type of flower the same. I'm gonna keep it very like mismatched. And what I'm thinking is, if I don't know if I'm gonna do the border. What I might do is I just make a bunch of all the squares and then do them and do like a single crochet border. If I run out of yarn, I'm not going to be too fussed with dye lots, to be honest. I'd like to keep all this kind of the same color in the background, but again, I'm not going to be fussed with dye lots. I'm planning to be like a couch blanket. And just hope, unless maybe I choose one, like maybe I'll choose the mustard or something, or like, not the black, because the black's a bit of a pain to work with. Or the green, something that I don't use as much of, so you can't notice if the background's off, but I'll get more of the gray and put it into some of the other flowers. Like I said, I don't have a plan. Ooh, what would have been cute is if I'd done all this in the green, but I made it like lily pads. But, or this in, ooh, if I just did a whole bunch of this blanket, I could do this in blue, and then this in green, and it'd be like lily pads. Ooh. But we're not doing that today. We're going to finish this first with this yarn. So again, I have no idea. It's called the Fruit Garden Blanket. It's inspired by like the arts and craft movement. It's very beautiful. And who knows, maybe one day I'll do it proper. But right now I'm having fun with it. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty much just going to go till I run out of yarn, and then I'll make a decision there. But I still can't believe I made this. Honestly, like this is some fancy crochet that I can't believe came from my hands. The pattern's really good. Like, this is not a testament to my skill set. This is a testament to the pattern. Like, it is excellently done. Yeah, and my ability to say, hey, maybe we should Google that stitch instead of just being like, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, so that's that. Stay tuned. I have no idea what I'm doing. So, yeah. I've been packing and unpacking. Well, I have to unpack first because I still haven't unpacked this place. Then I need to repack before the move. And I found my embroidery kit. I'm so excited. This is why I can't pack. I have ADHD and like really cool stuff. I get nothing done. But look! Oh yeah! This is the Cardigan press. So, I love Cardigan press samplers. They are so good. So she has you do like the little practice stitches and then you apply it into the design. So you really learn. This one is the Moth. And this is so much long and short stitch. I don't like long and short stitch. I find it really annoying, but I think I've gotten a lot better at it. I mean, look at that. Huh? So I'm kind of happy that I'm doing it because it's forcing me to practice it. Yeah, so that is just slow going, but I'm very excited I have it. I've missed embroidery. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it that's so relaxing. So, oh, I'm so happy with that. I can't believe I found that. And aside from that, I have one more finished object. Woo! It's this top. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about it because this one, so it's the Eva top by So DIY, which is one of my favorite pattern companies because she drafts for tall girls. So it saves me a lot of time because I don't have to lengthen everything. Like, it is just, boom, the right height. I imagine this is how short people feel. Yeah, because most patterns are drafted for somebody who's like, I think 5'6", and I'm like 5'10", 11. I'm like 180 centimeters. So yeah, so this just is good. It's the Eva crop top. It's got a little corset in the back. I like this one. I'm happy I made it for testing purposes. I think it fits really well. I think it did what it needed to do in testing the fit. I like it under cardigans. I don't think this is my best work. I think I could have been a little bit more meticulous. If anything, this is like a wearable mock-up, so I'll talk about it if and when I make another one. I probably will, to be honest, because I think, like, look how cute it looks under a sweater. Like, it's a good basic, you know. I like a square neckline for me. Yeah. So yeah, but basically it's just a normal normal crop top. It's got a little corset in the back. But the thing that's interesting she's done is that it's a like kind of no waist or like a low waist pattern. So she pretty much has you print off the front bit, and it's got darts in here and the facing, and then you kind of draft all the other ones yourself. So you can either do it on the, because everything else is just like squares and rectangles. So you can do it on the fabric. Sorry, I had a really bad cold and the cough is just lingering. Yes, you can either draw directly on the fabric. I do all my like pattern assembly and like fabric cutting and layout on the floor. So for me, I don't know if this was my favorite because I did a paper, I took patterning paper and I made the patterns like as squares because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to sit and do fabric on grain with my dog there on the floor. So for me, I don't know, I'm in two minds about it because it did make a lot more time sitting on the floor and like crawling around. But I think if I had the setup that I had when I lived with my parents and I had a proper sewing room, I think it would have been really cool. And it was cool too that it's kind of a low risk way to make patterns, like to learn some pattern making, because you kind of get to see, okay, like I get why that does that. So I think there's positives and negatives about it. I'm just not sure my final opinion. But my final opinion on whether or not the top is cute. I mean, it's cute. So, and there's also a peplum and a dress view. So I do definitely think I'm going to make it again because I do like this as just like a basic. I'm debating the peplum. I'm not sure if peplums are good for me or not, but I definitely think I could maybe find some other sort of like bottom for it because I don't know if I love a crop top. But then I think, do I not love a crop top or do I just not have anything to wear with crop top? Because sometimes I wore, I used to have these like high-waisted skirts that I loved and they were really high-waisted and I used to like tuck things into them. So I think if I made myself something like that and a crop top, or did that and it came up to like, because the crop top ends like here, and so if I could do that, it almost could replicate that kind of 60s silhouette of like boxy top pencil skirt, you know, because it's like boxy but it's not too boxy. It's got like darts and the corset cinches you in, so I could almost get that like really classic 60s look I like, but in a way that maybe looks good on my body. So anyway, that's why I'm not getting into it, I say, after I've gotten into it probably for about 7 minutes. Today's gonna be a long one. That's, you know, yeah, so I'm kind of just, you know, I'm going to give a full review on it when I've kind of decided what I think. No. As for other acquisitions, this is a sewing acquisition, how timely. I know I'm not supposed to be buying fabric. I know I'm supposed to be packing and everything, but I've hit an actual point of emergency. I need jeans. Like, I do not have, well, I do, but you know how they start to get the holes on the thighs and you're like, I'm living on borrowed time here? Like, I've put interfacing in, I've done what I can, but I am living on borrowed jean time. And that is stressful. So, there won't be a link to this because I went to the actual fabric store, which I have not done I have not bought like fabric in a fabric store probably in like 5 years. I forgot how much I liked it. I got to actually see everything. I got to touch things. I had a stretch meter. I bought some denim. So I bought the Ash Curve jean patterns. So it's one pattern. It has a flare, a skinny, a straight leg, and a wide leg. Not gonna lie, I was tempted to buy enough for all four because I think that would be a really cool way to see exactly exactly what works on your body. Because I think one of the reasons that I can't figure out my like ideal jean leg is because not so much about the style, but it's like even if you buy the exact same jeans in a different color, the fabric can be different and the fabric can kind of screw with it, you know? So how good would it be if I could make a jean of each kind in each, like the exact same fabric, right? But then I thought maybe I'll do that when I move to Lithuania and fabric's slightly cheaper. For now, I just want to I bought enough to do flares because I used to love flare jeans. I used to want to be a hippie. It was really funny. But not in like a boho way. I don't even, maybe like in a boho way because I wore like peasant tops and flared jeans. Not my mom's favorite thing because she's like, you're dressing like I dressed as a child. It's weird. And I get that now looking at some of like the things kids wear when they're like, oh, Y2K. And I'm like, Honestly, though, I would so be down to bring back dresses over pants. Like, that was comfy. For those of you who don't know, in the early 2000s, we would wear dresses over jeans and not, like, skinny jeans. We would be wearing, like, dresses over flares. It was weird. It was kind of fun. Yeah, so I got this. I got it in just the basic blue jean color. I'm gonna make a flare to see if I like that. I might make those first because I feel like that's more of a summer into fall kind of thing. And then I'm gonna make a pair of skinnies because even though skinnies are out when I'm in Lithuania wearing snow boots, I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to do skinny jeans, wool socks. And I'm not going to try to make snow boots because my shoemaking is not anywhere near there. But I'm going to buy a damn good pair. I just don't like being cold. And if you're going to say, well, then you shouldn't wear denim. I know I grew up in Canada, but, you know, I'll wear leggings under them. But yeah, so that is all I have for you. Unless I want to talk about this top more because I'm not talking about it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm sorry I haven't been around as much. The stress of... I think I've been stressed because I'm leaving here and I feel like, have I done everything I've wanted to do in Ireland? Have I like... And not just in Ireland, but I feel like I'm kind of hurting my flats feelings, which I know is ridiculous, but it's just, you know. And yeah, so I think I've had a lot of stress over leaving here, but also a lot of stress obviously about going there. So yeah, I'm just doing what I can, but the crafts have been there for me. You know, sitting on the couch and doing crafts really is what keeps me going. So thanks for listening, and I hope I'll see you again. Talk to you later. Bye.